Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers and scumbags? Peter Gilmore here for a Friday afternoon, or close to Friday evening video, right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down in the description box below on this channel and my other channels as well. Share the video all over the internet. Tap that fucking bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. If you do, well, fuck you. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you're real, because there's a lot of fake people on here. Not me. I'm not fake. I'm real. I don't hide behind a freaking keyboard like some people I know. But in any case, if you're real and you're new to the channel, welcome to the party, pal, and I hope you enjoy the ride. And that's all I got to say about that. So, enjoy the video. If you like it, if you're new, you like it, smash that like button, leave a comment if you feel like it, and hit that bell and turn on all notifications so you get more content. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, on this brutally cold as fuck Friday afternoon, getting close to Friday evening here in the Northeast, 19 degrees and going down. Till 7 degrees. It's going way down like my dick in your mama's throat. It is just brutally cold here in the Northeast. Arctic winter beginning. Well, not even Arctic winter. We're getting an Arctic weekend, basically. Today and tomorrow are going to be very cold. And then Sunday is going to be 45 degrees. Go figure that one out. This bipolar winter. And we got 6 more goddamn fucking weeks of it. Fucking hedgehog. But, gotta make the most of it, and I hope you have a great weekend, and to some of you, I hope you have a rotten weekend, but I digress on that. That's all I gotta say about that. But, hope you had a great Friday. We got SmackDown coming up later on tonight. Should be a pretty damn good show. I can only imagine what's gonna happen with the Bloodline and Sami Zayn tonight. Oh, you don't want to even think about it. By the way, fuck you, Sami Zayn. You biddy. But, that's all I gotta say about that, and, we got Rampage tonight, right after SmackDown, so it should be some good wrestling action on your Friday night. And then tomorrow we got Vengeance Day. That should be exciting, but we'll see. First NXT takeover event out of the CWC, Full Sail University, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's gonna be in Charlotte, North Kakalaki, or as Kenny Omega would say, North Carolina. That should be fun tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with that. And we got the Pro Bowl on Sunday, but nobody watches that shit. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's it. But like I said, I hope you had a great Friday. My Friday was kind of eventful. I hurt my freaking wrist and my knee. I tripped going to the doctor today. It was not a good day, but I'm alive at least. But just in a lot of pain. So stupid freaking crack in the freaking sidewalk, but it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to get into it anymore, but let's get into it. Let's get to something better, and that is professional wrestling, the sport of professional wrestling. And if you think it's fake, fuck you. That wasn't fake either, but I digress on that. Alright, so as the title below says, it is time for your late and so far out of fucking date NXT review for the January 31st, 2023 show from Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. Alright, so this is the go-home show before Vengeance Day, which is tomorrow night on pay-per-view and Peacock. And we'll see what happens with all that. And a bag of chips. Alright, so our commentary team, as always, that creepy man with the creepy jacket, Vic Joseph, and the guy that probably snorts a lot of cocaine. That's Booker T, sucker. Because that guy is crazy. Black Snow. Yeah, Black Snow. But I digress on that. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your time, because I got better things to do. Alright. So, let's start off with our first match of the night. We had Indus Sher with Kinder My Balls, and that's Sangha and Veer, so all three of them came at the same time. That's weird and disgusting. But anyway, they take on Julius and Brutus, the Creed brothers, along with the beautiful Ivy Nile at ringside. So this match finally happens. Now they had to add Jinder My Balls into the situation. But finally this match happens. And it wasn't really a great match, but it is what it is. And so it's also with Julius and Veer slugging it out. And really not getting anywhere. And then the tag goes to Brutus, who comes in, starts wailing away at Sanga in the corner. Sanga basically shrugs that off, takes over. Then Julius comes back in. Really nothing going for the Creed brothers for a little bit. He gets dropped throat first on the top rope as the Creed brothers are in trouble. Then we get a reverse Beverly Bomb from the tag team known as the Beverly Brothers way back in the day. I'm surprised that Indus even remembered that move. That's a long time ago. But anyway, they crush Julius again. Then we go into a 1905 chinlock. But Julius fights out of that, manages to get the hot tag to his brother Brutus, who beats everybody up. Then everybody's in. Julius, somehow, someway, manages to hit a powerbomb on Veer. That was pretty nice. The fans went nuts. I didn't really go nuts. I'm like, oh, good. Look at the power. Anyway, then he hits a sliding basement lariat. Actually, he goes for that, and then Jinder My Balls gets involved, grabbing the foot. And then Ivy Nile comes over and is like, hey, you can't do that. And then they get on the apron, and then eventually Jinder My Balls gets off the apron, but Ivy stays there like why are you on the apron? Julius accidentally knocks Ivy off the apron and almost into the announce table. Crazy sick spot there. And then Sanga grabs a chokeslam on Julius. 1, 2, 3. Indus beats the Creed brothers in a pretty match. I gave 10. I gave 10. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. 10-minute match. Simple. But yeah, I think we're seeing the cracks in Diamond Mine. I think that eventually all of them are gonna break up. Well, one of them's gonna turn. I think Ivy's gonna go bye-bye and go be with Tatum Paxley. And then Julius and Brutus are gonna either beat the fuck out of each other or split up. Well, who cares? But that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, let's move on with that. Alright, then we go to the back. The back. We have Tyler Bate, Mr. UK guy, Mr. Mustache guy, who came back last week. And now he's got a match coming up with A-Kid coming up. So they talk about some weird stuff that's on, like A-Kid's watching Tyler Bate matches from NXT UK long ago. Blah, blah, blah. And then Axiom's like, hey, you remember that guy named A-Kid? You had a great match in NXT UK. And then Bate says A-Kid reminds him of Axiom. They're the same person, dummy. And really, nothing much, and then they're gonna fight later on. Oh, well. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Excuse me. Alright, after that, we get the match number 2. Zoe Stark and Indy Hartwell. Pretty, not a great match. I mean, both women are kind of in this conspiracy that they attacked Nikita Lyons last week. I mean, along with the entire women's roster. So we got that. Really nothing much to see here. Indy accused Zoe of attacking Nikita last week. Obviously. Zoe still has a thing for Nikita. Not like that, but anyway. And then Zoe said that Indy really didn't do well in the Royal Rumble. I beg to differ with that, but I mean, you did pretty good. You got near the end, but Indy, I think, did a little bit better than you. But anyway, Zoe starts fast, starts beating up Indy, and then a sliding lariat connects for a near fall. Then we get into a 1905 armbar. Indy fights up, slugs her way to freedom. Then some standing clotheslines, set up a spine buster for a near fall on Zoe, who comes right back with a beautiful German suplex. And then we get near the end of the match. Indy fights back. She tries for a springboard maneuver, and that gets broken up as Zoe knocked her off the top rope. Then she hits the flipping knee to face, or the, I don't know what do you call that, like a almost reverse GTS. Almost like the Go to Hell by Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God. But I don't know what you call it. I'm just gonna call it a reverse flipping knee to face. And Zoe Stark gets the win in over 6 minutes. Meh, it is what it is. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens with that. But really, Indy Hartwell needs to go to the main roster immediately. Because what is she doing in NXT besides jobbing? And that's all I gotta say about that. We'll move on. Alright, after that, we get Schism. That's Joe Gacy's group of the Dyad, or the Grizzled Young Veterans, or Fowler and what's the other guy's name? Fowler and Reed. Jagger, Reed, and Fowler, stupid names. And along with Ava Raine. They talk about winning the tag team titles at Vengeance Day, but they have to qualify in that fatal I think it was a fatal triple threat match, fatal 4-way triple threat match that's going to be later in the night. So, and you know they're not going to win because, you know, when the Grizzled Young Veterans are in a title match or a qualifying match, they don't win. So what's the point? Stupid. But yeah, and then, you know, Ava Raine tells Chase University, you're not a real fraternity, you're not a real family like Schism is. Duh. It is what it is, and that's all I can say about that. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Well, a promo, I should say. Alright, speaking of promos, we go to Apollo Crews, who's somewhere in Charlotte, North Kakalaki, and he came there to feel the energy, and he sees himself taking out Carmelo Hayes in that 2 out of 3 falls match. That's going to be a banger of a match. And if Trick Williams gets involved, well, so be it. So it's like seeing his visions again. Is he going to win? Maybe. I'd rather have Mello win, and then Apollo goes back to the main roster to go back to catering. But then again, if Apollo wins, then please, for the love of God, send Mello and Trick up to the main roster. So much WrestleMania season, so you know there's going to be call-ups. And the draft's coming up too, so. It is windy outside. It is crazy outside. I still have heat, which is great, and I still have hot water for now. But it's getting colder and colder and colder, and hopefully my pipes don't freeze or break. That'll be worse. But it is what it is. Got a warm house. I got the necessities, so I'm good. And that's it. At least it's like not upstate New York or in New Hampshire or in Boston, where it's like minus 55. Warm up. If you're in Boston, yeah, who cares about you? But whatever. But to my friends in upstate New York and up in New England, and even in Connecticut, my good friend Jeffrey Rose, bundle up, motherfuckers. Because you got maybe tonight, tomorrow, of really cold weather with the wind chill that's lower than, well, not even lower than my mortgage, but lower than your mortgage, maybe. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. All right, let's move on. All right, then we got Wes Lee, the North American champion. He comes out for a little chitty chat. He's ready to go back on the road in a couple of days. Well, finally getting the show back on the road with NXT pay-per-views. Where he's got one of his biggest tests to date in that man called Dijak, or Donovan Dijak, or I call him the Big Boss Man 2.0, who's going to give him a beating, and then Lee will rise like the mighty Phoenix and still retain your North American Championship. And then Dijak comes out, says, Mr. Lee, where we go by first names now, said, Mr. Lee, you had the chance to hand over the title, but you didn't do it. So Wes Lee promises to rise up and retain his belt. And then out of nowhere, freaking Robbie E. or Mr. Stone and Von Wagner come out for some odd reason. And Mr. Stone thinks Von Wagner should be the #1 contender. And Dijak's like, well, no, I am. So eventually, Wesley's like, hey, how about you guys fight it out? Let's go. So eventually, we get a stupid, ridiculous filler match that happens right after this. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. We get to the match. The match was fabulous, actually. I was like, oh, I don't think this match is going to be great. But 8.5 minutes. pretty. I thought it was pretty good. Other people were like, oh, this sucked. I thought it was pretty decent. It wasn't great, but anyway, they brawl to start. Like 30 seconds in, we get a humongous brawl. We come back after commercial. Wesley's on commentary. Dijak starts striking away at Mr. Wagner. Yeah, goes for a discus slider, gets cut off with a big boot to face, but Dijak flips out of a chokeslam attempt. He hits high justice for a near fall on Von Wagner, but he's able to go up top. Dijak catches him, only get caught in a swinging double underhook slam, like an avalanche roll the dice almost. That was crazy. I'm surprised that Dijak kicked out of that. I was like, how do you kick out of that? Beats the fuck out of me. But anyway, to get back up, Dijak grabs a cross-faced chicken wing, of all things. Oh, Mr. Backlund ain't gonna like that. And then he hits Feast Your Eyes. 1, 2, 3. Dijak gets the win over Von Wagner in the match. I thought it was okay. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, but I really don't know what they're gonna do with Von Wagner. I thought he was going up the SmackDown for Vince McMahon, but I guess that's not gonna happen. So now he's in purgatory. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. Alright, and then after the match, Dijak and Wesley stare each other down. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow night for the North American title. I think Dijak's gonna win the title. I think he is, but we'll see. Alright, after that, we go to the back where we got my cousin. Get in here, my cousin. Hey, how you doing, cousin? How you doing, cousin? You look good. My cousin, Tony D'Angelo, who gets you a chicken parmesan hero for $2. And along with his underboss, Stacks. They're ready for something next week, as Stacks was talking about something. And he says, I took care of something. I took care of whatever he was taking care of. And now I'm going to go take care of something else. Whichever that is. I don't know. Maybe he took care of the bill at the restaurant. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that next week with Tony D and his underboss, Stacks. That's it. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we find out that Nikita Lyons had undergone surgery on her knee again, and is now on the road to recovery, so she ain't coming back till like the summertime at least. But they're gonna do the stupid "who did it" angle, when we all know it's Zoe Stark most likely. And then Mackenzie Mitchell does a video about it, showing all the women involved, like 10 different women, like Valentina Feroz, Tiffany Stratton, like Wendy Choo Choo, like why? Lash Legend. Yeah, Lash Legend did it, right? Because he gets shit done. Not her, it's Zoe Stark. And that's all I gotta say about that. Ridiculous. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on the Braun Breaker and I Did It Grayson Waller feud. That's gonna culminate tomorrow in a steel cage, brother! At Vengeance Day. Grayson is inside of Breaker's head. Breaker continues to need to try to control his emotions. Like, yeah, I'm a hothead. I might let my emotions get to me. And Waller's like, I'm in your head now. Bill's been pretty damn good. I really hope they finally pulled the trigger and give the belt to Grayson Waller. Because really, Braun Breaker should go to the main roster. Or Grayson Waller. Both of them should go to the main roster. But I think Grayson should win the belt, hold it for a while, and then go to the main roster, probably in the summertime, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that video 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we go to Tyler Bate and Axiom, or A-Kid. So, like a rematch from NXT UK from like a year ago or something like that. This match wasn't bad. Starts with Tyler taking Axiom down by the arm. Axiom used the referee to flip his way out of freedom. You can't do that. This ain't Impact. Anyway, A-Kid sends Tyler crashing to the floor as we go to break. We come back. Tyler hits his patented airplane spin circa 1905. Really, he was like tired. He was like, oh, I'm tired. And then he starts like doing his squats and then doing it again. Spin, 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 you crazy flippy-dippity-doo guy. Anyway, so then Axiom kicks him right in the face for a near fall. Then a super kick hits Tyler, who is well enough to cradle Axiom for a near fall. Then we hit the bop and bang, whatever that is. We Road Dog. Oh, you didn't know? So he hits that. It sets up the rebound lariat by Tyler, but he goes for Tyler Driver 97. It gets countered into a backdrop, but Tyler powers up out of a move and goes for a Hurricane. Axiom hits a Hurricane Rana for a near fall. And then Tyler tries Tyler Driver 97 a second time. That doesn't work. But the third time's the charm. He hits that. 1, 2, 3. Beats Axiom in about 10 minutes. And that's pretty much it. So anyway, that's all. That's it for that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And after the match, they shake hands. And then Damon Kemp, who came in earlier in that segment when they were talking about the match, he comes in and attacks A-Kid from behind, and Tyler Bate has to make the save. And that's pretty much it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. We're going to get a boring as fuck Damon Kemp Axiom feud. No one wants to see that. And that's all I got to say about that. Let me move on. Alright, then we get a weird video of Isla Dawn, the witch, and now her sidekick, Alba Fire. They're there, they're like doing some witchcraft, like fire, and she's talking to Alba Fire, who looks possessed. She's like, yeah, I'm with you now. Yeah, let's change your name back to Kaylee Ray. Why not? Oh, God damn it, I can't talk. But it is what it is. So Isla Dawn has some type of mind control over Alba Fire. Now she's teaming up with her now, possibly going for the women's tag team titles. But we'll see. I like the team, but I don't like this whole mind possession or possession type gimmick. But it is what it is. And we get that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, the man who don't miss. When Melo shoots, he don't miss. They're all ready to beat Apollo at Vengeance Day in that 2 out of 3 falls match, so they're all ready to go. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a sit-down interview between Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, and the lovely women of Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, looking hot as always. Roxy's happy that she did pretty decent in the Royal Rumble. Not really, but anyway, so Toxic is sure that they're going to beat her at Vengeance Day. They say it's 2-on-1 on Saturday, and Roxy gets all pissy and leaves. And then JC and Gigi say, we're on the same page, we're friends. No animosity from like last week with a swerve and everything. Then Roxy comes in and like beats the fuck out of both of them. A fight is on, and agents and referees have to break the women up. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens on Saturday with that. Basically, I'm calling it a 2-on-1 title match. But I think Roxy's going to retain, and I think Toxic is eventually either going to break up or there's going to be a new member, which probably be... I would like to have Tiffany Stratton be the leader, but I really don't know what they're doing with Toxic Attraction right now. But they're not going to win on tomorrow night. Roxy's going to retain. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright. Then we got the debut of the streamer girl, Stevie Turner. Comes out with weird freaking entrance. But anyway, she looks good. She's taking on Danny Palmer. Another good wrestler, by the way. Match was okay. It didn't last that long, like almost under 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Kind of went back and forth, but Stevie wins with the side effect of all moves, a side effect. Anyway, so she finishes Danny Palmer off in just under 3 minutes. And that's all I gotta say about that. But pretty decent debut from Stevie Turner. We're gonna see what happens with her in the weeks to come. I really wish they put her and Grayson Waller as like a team or as a like brother-sister type gimmick, because they're both streamers. They're both on Instagram, so go figure. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, after that, we get the lovely Kiana James is on the phone with probably her boy toy, Jensen, the Virgin, probably, say, I'll talk to you later after I suck your cock. Blah, 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 blah. And says she'll see someone later, meaning Jensen most likely. Fallon Henley comes in, accuses her of messing with Jensen, and they start arguing again. And then the tag team champions, Casey Catanzaro and Kayden Carter come in, and they accuse them of not focusing on their title match, which is, I believe, next week on the program. Not, I wish it was at the pay-per-view, but it's not. So it's next week. And, that's it. So, it's like, you're not focusing on winning the tag titles next week. You're not a tag team. We are. Some stupid BS like that. And, that's pretty much it. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Take a poo-poo. Right back. Okay. All right, we're back. Just had to quickly run to the bathroom, take a piss. Came right back. And I wash my hands. Don't forget, wash your hands. Some people don't know how to wash their hands. Anyway, that's why they stink. But I digress. Alright, so where I left off, Kiana James and Fallon Henley start arguing about Brooks Jensen and, all that stuff. And then Kayden Carter and Casey Catanzaro come in and say, hey, you're not focusing on our match next week. So we'll see what happens with that next week on the program. And I bet you nothing Kiana James and Fallon Henley are going to become the champs. There's really no fucking tag teams there anyway. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Let's move on with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to Drew Gulak and Mr. Legal's son, or Legal Jr. I call him, Charlie Dempsey, with Hank Walker was there, that creepy security guard. I thought there was going to be a nice technical match. Really wasn't really anything to write home about. We got a nice feeling out process, not like that. To start, we go to break, like less than a minute, like 45 seconds in, we go to a break. Huh? What is this, freaking AEW Dynamite? Oh, what they did? They did that on Wednesday night? Not one, but 2 commercials back to back. I'm like, what the fuck? Gotta pay the bill somehow, I guess. Anyway, so we come back. Dempsey cranks on both arms before switching to a Fujiwara armbar. Then he switches to a German suplex for a near fall. Then he starts cranking on the leg. This guy is like a submission magician, like Shayna Baszler. Speaking of Shayna Baszler, before I continue with the match, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey are rumored to be taking on Dakota Kai and Io for the women's tag team belts at WrestleMania. Oh boy. I don't like that. I'm not really looking forward to it because I know Ronda and Shayna are going to become the champs. I mean, that's good, but, don't beat Io up. I mean, let Dakota Kai take the pin or submit. Don't make Io submit. I mean, come on now. Io doesn't quit. Unless it's with me in the bedroom. But I digress. We move on. But yeah, that's the rumor going around for the women's tag team belts at WrestleMania. Ronda and Shayna taking on Dakota Kai and Io. So I guess that program's going to start probably soon. Or maybe after the Elimination Chamber. Which is in 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, back to the match. So Dempsey cranks on the leg, only to have Drew Gulak reverse into an armbar of his own. But then Dempsey comes back, switches into a cross-face chicken wing. Man, freaking Bob Backlund's gonna have a field day with these guys using his move Dijak and now Regal's son. Oy. But anyway, Gulak gets to the ropes, which sends Dempsey into Hank Walker. Oops! By accident. And that distraction led Gulak to grab a fruit roll-up, circa 1921. 1, 2, 3, Drew Gulak gets a cheap fucking win. And just under 9 minutes. Match itself was meh. They gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to the back where Von Wagner is pissed. But Robbie E tries to calm him down, say this ain't working. He says he knows nothing about him other than he is big and strong. And if you want to move up in the wrestling business, you gotta show who you are who you are inside. And he's like, help me help you. Okay. Reminds me of that song by Cheap Trick. I want you to want me. And that's pretty much it. Now let's see what happens with that. And that's it. All right, moving on. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get the Vengeance Day rundown. Card looks pretty damn good. I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view. Probably way better than Elimination Chamber. But we'll see. All right, then we go to your main event of the evening. Triple threat match. That was a Fatal 4-Way. Triple threat match for the final slot in the Fatal 4-Way match at the pay-per-view for the NXT Tag Team titles. So the winner of this match will take on the New Day, Gallus and the Yes Boys for said title. So we had Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, the two jobbers, taking on the Dyad of Fowler and Reed, taking on Chase U of Mystery Chase, Andre Chase, and Duke Hudson with the lovely Thea Hale at ringside. This match wasn't that bad. It's also with Malik Blade and Mystery Chase starting off, but then Jagger Reed comes in, grabs Chase from the apron, starts to take over on him. Then a spike shoulder breaker. Ooh. On the floor. That's even worse. Ouch. Plants Mystery Chase, and then Rip Fowler, whatever the fuck his name is. He comes in for a bell-to-back slam. So they're working on Andre Chase for a while, but he fights up. Schism then takes out Duke Hudson to stop the tag. We got no one to tag. Then a powerbomb into a backstabber by the Dyad on Mr. Chase, but somehow, someway, Andre Chase gets the tag to his good friend, Duke Hudson, who cleans house. Malik Blade tags himself in and gets to clean house himself with his partner, Idris Enofe. They hit the G9, better than a G8 or a V8. Have you had a V8 today? I hate that drink. I don't like those kind of drinks. I don't even drink a V8. Like a tomato drink. Blech. You know, I drink Coke, but you know, I don't have I have Pepsi, but I'm just not drinking it right now. Anyway, they hit the G9 for a near fall on Reed with a bunch of people making a save, and then Blade and Nofi hit stereo Fibby Dibbity News onto the Dyad, but Andre Chase tags himself in for a big Tower of Doom spot. That's always nice. Then he starts doing the Chase U stomps. C-A-S-E! What's that spell? Chase U! That bull crap. He hits it on Jagger Reed, and then he hits the Flatliner, basically, which 1, 2, 3, which sends Chase U to Vengeance Day to fight for the tag team titles. Are they gonna win? Probably not. I think it's gonna go either to the Yes Boys again for the third time, or it's going to Gallus. I can't see Andre Chase and Duke Hudson, all people, winning the NXT tag belts and holding it for a while. Yeah. But then again, this is Shawn Michaels NXT. So. But in any case, Chase U gets the win. Match I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. So we get that. And then we get the big post-match stare down with all the teams. We got the New Day coming out on the in the entranceway. Gallus from, I think, on the balcony. And then we have the Yes Boys somewhere in the building. Somewhere in the ringside area. So we get that. They all jaw jack with Chase U and everybody else. So it should be a good match for the tag team titles tomorrow night. Like I said, I think Gallus or the Yes Boys will get the win. I think the New Day are done in NXT. They're going back to the main roster. And we'll probably see them at WrestleMania in a Cinnamon Toast Crunch match. Another sponsored match. So it's going to be like the New Day facing some ridiculous tag team in a Booty-O's versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch match. Like the winner has to eat a whole box of cereal. I don't know how it's supposed to be at WrestleMania of all things. Why? Why are we doing sponsored matches now? Why? This is professional wrestling, not freaking Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which tastes like crap. And then you have a ridiculous, stupid lights out match, like really a glow in the dark match with Eli Drake and Bray Wyatt that stunk. Then you had the fake FMW like explosion when Uncle Howdy jumped off the balcony or whatever it was, the scaffold, and then explosion, fake FMW explosion. Fuck that shit. Stupid. I mean, stupidity. Why? Why are they doing sponsored matches? Next thing you know, we got a match sponsored by Pepsi. At the Saudi Arabia show. Well, maybe not. Well, if they do it at the Saudi Arabia show, it'll be sponsored by 7-Eleven. Would you like a squishy? We have different flavors. My name is Abu. So it's my friend Mohammed. Stupid. You know they're gonna do that. And then at SummerSlam, there'll be another ridiculous freaking promotion match, like a Pepsi on a pole match or something like that. I don't know. Why are they doing this? Why? It's ridiculous. Just making wrestling look more ridiculous than it already is. You don't see Tony Khan doing that shit. I mean, well, he kind of did with Shark Week, but that doesn't really count. And then hyping up that, what was that, the King Kong movie, I think it was? King Kong versus Godzilla? Just to hype the movie. Shouldn't do that. I don't like matches, and they're like, oh, this match is sponsored by Freddy versus Jason 2. Yeah, then I can see that. But not some stupid movie, like with The Rock or something like that. Promotion matches. Come on now. This is professional wrestling, the sport of professional wrestling. Now it's making it not even these stupid. It's just I'm gonna finish before I go on a humongous rant. But anyway, all right. So we got that, and then after that we got a long Vegas Day video, hype video, wrapping up the show as we fade to black, and that's pretty much it. So that's basically it for NXT. Very short video here, 38-minute video. Didn't really have much to talk about on this show. But in any case, that's all I gotta say about that. So, my final rating for NXT from this past Tuesday night, 5 out of 10, right close, basically, right down the middle of that, like Bill Alfonso says. And that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down below, in the description box below, and share the video all over the internet. Hit that bell to get notified of when I do another video, which may be later tonight, maybe tomorrow. Because I gotta do NXT Vengeance Day predictions. I might do that maybe tomorrow. I might do SmackDown and Rampage later tonight. I don't know yet. That's how I feel. Because I'm in like a lot of pain. I'm like messed up right now. I'm like freaking like right over here. I tripped and I fell, and I think I hurt my wrist or something like over here. And my knee's better. I fell on my knee. It hurt like hell. Almost had a freaking heart attack. It was in the cold. Almost had hypothermia, but thankfully I'm here. Can't kill me yet, boy. I ain't need no bell rock. So I ain't going anywhere whether you motherfuckers like it or not. And that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I'm gonna ice my arm down a little bit. Might maybe take another painkiller. Painkiller. Take that. Hopefully I feel better by tonight. Because if not, I might have to go to the ER and get my arm looked at. Hopefully I didn't break anything. I mean, it doesn't feel like I broke anything. It's just really a lot of pain. My knee's starting to feel much better, thanks the Lord. After some rest and some heat. It is what it is. I'm probably gonna ice this down. Maybe put some heat on my elbow and my arm area, my hand area. Not my jack-off hand. This is my jack-off hand. But I digress. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Enjoy SmackDown and Rampage tonight. Should be some good shit. And that's all I got to say about that. Maybe I'll see you guys later. Maybe I won't. But when I do, make sure you hit that bell so when I do the next video, you'll be notified. But like I said, it might be later tonight. after Rampage. It might be tomorrow, sometime early tomorrow, for my predictions video for NXT Vengeance Day and SmackDown and Rampage, which I may do tomorrow, and I may even say that till Sunday. But we'll have to see what happens with that. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. And if you're not down with that, you can kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney. And to all you pieces of shit, keep sucking, baby. Keep on sucking. Because you can't do shit. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, it is what it is. So, if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Adios, bitches. See you next time.